about my first trip to Egypt, which was November of 1998. Now, I've always had this strong connection with Egypt, wanting to go there and never thinking I'd ever make it. However, the opportunity came and it was a no-brainer. Get on the plane and go. So we did. Now, people go to Egypt for photo ops. People go to Egypt for spiritual awakening and journeying. And it's surprising how many professional people, doctors, lawyers, and others, that actually go to Egypt hoping to have a spiritual experience. And many of them do. So my experience is exactly that. My experience. It will be different than yours or the next person. But we all can have fantastic experiences in Egypt. Now, on the plane, as I was flying into Cairo and the plane was kind of banking, you could see the pyramids out the window. And I started to tear up. And I was tearing up because I felt like I was going home. And that was the beginning of my experience right there. I was going home. And that feeling was because of the past lives that I have had there. Now, one of the first things that you do the first couple of days is go to the Sphinx, visit the Sphinx, and you get your permits in advance. You can actually go down in the enclosure between the paws of the Sphinx. You can walk around it, and you can actually have a really fantastic, energetic experience and journey while you're there. A little meditation time at the stela that is between the paws of the Sphinx. But then there is the Great Pyramid. You can go down into the pit. Make sure you're in shape if you're going to go down into the pit. The other is the Queen's Chamber, and the Queen's Chamber is fantastic in its own right. But everyone is excited about the King's Chamber. When you enter the King's Chamber and you see the sarcophagus before you, and there's this wall behind it. I did a drawing of it. You may not be able to see it, but we will make sure that you get a better shot of this. So the wall behind the sarcophagus itself, that wall is a portal that allows your consciousness to go out into the universe. It connects you with all that is, all that you truly are. So when you're meditating inside the King's Chamber, you have your focus, you have your intention to journey. Consciousness, not physical, not out of body, but your consciousness can go into deep space or wherever you'd like it to go. So I needed to bring that back to be able to reconnect. And what I ended up doing was putting the energy of that in a sodalite. So now that anyone holding this sodalite that is programmed can actually take that journey no matter where you are. So I'd like you to take the journey with me right now. I'm going to take this sodalite, put it in the palm, put it on my second chakra just below the navel, which is the hara area. Then place my hand here along my collarbones. I'd like for you to do the same thing. I'm going to project the energy to you so that you can journey right along with me. All right, place your right hand just below your navel. Place your left hand thumb on the collarbone, first finger on the opposite collarbone, and just breathe. I'm going to send the energy. If you don't have a thought, you just allow your consciousness to take you where you need to go. That's usually the best way to begin. Having said that, take your time, slow your breathing, and just allow me to transmit the energy to you. Whatever thoughts, whatever images come to you, just allow them to unfold. Try not to second guess or question. Just be in the awareness of what you are seeing and hearing and experiencing on your journey. What thoughts, what feelings, what emotions come up as you are experiencing your journey? For those that were initiated in the King's Chamber thousands of years ago, hundreds of years ago, because some of it was not so far in the distant past, you can imagine where they went, what they saw, what they brought back. In 98, we were allowed a few minutes each inside the sarcophagus. It was magnificent. But for all of us that were sitting around with our backs against the walls and meditating, our consciousness was going through that back wall out into the stars. I returned from that trip with the knowledge, the insight of how to blend essential oils and other things for healing. And I also returned with the knowledge, the insight to create the net neutral ion generator, a very powerful tool for embedding frequencies into other things, other tools.